What is going on, folks? We are checking out the heavy metal game mode. I want to dead these brigs, man. Brigs just have better movement. Do we at least do more damage as a trade-off? I'm assuming so. Definitely doing more damage. We kill them in like 3 hits, they kill us in 7. I mean, I'm sure a good brig player. Did somebody secure that? Somebody secure that. It's a 3v3 mode. Alright, they just have better movement. Where's my dodge ability? Seriously. Ooh. I never designed this. It was not like bricks just always win. Like, unless you're gonna have a trade-off of we do more damage, they're always gonna win. Their movement is just better.
5 minutes remaining.
So dumb, dude. Dude. I hate this game. Dude. This is so dumb, man. Brigs just automatically win. They just automatically win. I'm asking who thought this. I can't, like, what am I supposed to do? Flip the mouse? Like, Bungie, y'all. It's not like I have super quantitative aiming. I feel like our aiming is also worse. It's just worse. Tanks are just worse in every way. We need to group up. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me at all. it does not. I don't like this mode. There we go. Now it should send messages in both Twitch and in YouTube. Nice. Okay, sorry about that. Please let me be on the brig team. Please, oh please, let me be on the brig team. I need the brig team. Because I hate tanks. Tank. Oh, and of course I'm on the tank team. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm on brigs. I'm on brigs. Maybe. Yes. So how do you? Okay. What's my main attack? Okay, it's C and my movement is B. Okay, so they do more damage. Tanks do more damage. They have like way better speed. Oh, range also sucks. I mean, I will say now, I am in no way good with tanks or brigs, so. Yeah, I am not good with pretty much any sort of vehicle in Destiny. Never really happened, so. And there was never really a reason for me to be. I think really my the only way I can do decently here. Ooh, we love that. So pretty much the method with brigs is you just keep moving. Yeah, you can't get caught in close, or you're just dead. Nice. Nice. And we got mercied. I'm just not good with vehicles. Why did they make a vehicle only mode? It's dumb. Yeah, 9. I'm surprised we even got that many. Jeez. Yeah, dude. I did not kill anybody. Daily challenge. defeat target's leader, collect coins, collect allies' coins. Complete heavy metal matches, winning provides additional progress. Sick. Okay, I'm event rank 1, nowhere near event rank 2. Do I just need to do these daily challenges? Yeah, for event XP. Oh great, it gives me a palindrome. Lotus Eater isn't bad. I might actually take Lotus Eater. Man, I'd take a Lotus Eater. I don't think I have one. So I would take one, 100%. See, I was hoping this was like just a 3v3 PvP. And then you just have the option of if you wanted. Because I don't like the Drake's movement, and I don't like the Briggs anything, really. I mean, I like their movement, but I don't like their weapons. Biggest issue with any of them is none of them are good, and I'm good at the game. I'm not good at tanks. You think I do play World of Tanks on a daily basis? Comes close to a 5-win streak, or 5-kill streak, and just does. Currently, hold on. Did my stream freeze? I don't think it did. I think it just froze on my device. Let me check something real quick. If you're talking about what I'm currently doing, I'm currently playing. It's a heavy metal event. It's for it's like tanks and stuff. It's awesome. I really like it. Well, I kind of like it. It's fun. I just don't like tanks or guns. So. Once you get the hang of it, it's not bad. But everybody's been playing all week, and it was fine this weekend, so I really didn't get a chance to play it. So this is like my first time playing the heavy metal event. But once you get the hang of it, it's not bad. The only thing I can mention is just don't get into fights you don't get into. Is my stream still going, or did it crash? I don't know for sure. But yes, if you're referring to what I'm currently doing, it's the heavy metal event. It's a brand new event in Destiny. So let's see here. Alright, me and my team. As the tank or the brig? I mean, honestly, both of them kind of suck. The tank has better damage, so if I had to pick, probably the tank. But I mean, the brigs are faster, so you just have to be really good at the movement of the brigs. So, but I would say the tanks. The tanks are more fun because you do more damage. But I don't like playing either, so because the event's okay. I just am not a huge fan of vehicles, so I don't really like flying either. If I had to pick. I mean, you can go on certain streaks and stuff like that. Oh, I'm the leader. Nice. Ooh, I got a heavy metal engram, an anonymous autumn, and a Randy's throwing knife. No good psychophone calls. Nice. Alright, we're gonna start the next one. Heavy metal supremacy. Now that I'm getting the hang of it, I don't mind it as much. I need 4 more leaders, I need 4 more coins, and I need to collect my allies' coins 3 more times. I can do all that. I can do all that. Chat, how's your day going? How's everybody's day going? Matches completed. Winning provides additional. Okay, so winning provides like 7%. Losing provides like 2. So you definitely want to win. And I don't want to play like 20 matches. So we're gonna try to complete this just because I don't know what the event tokens give me, if I'm being honest. Oh, you can buy stuff in the store. I mean, I don't need any of it. I mean, Chad, I definitely need resources. I definitely need resources. Maybe a couple more Ascendant alloys. But I have 3 stacks of enhancement cores in my vault. Look at that, another... Alright, we're playing as the Prig again. Ooh. See, we got quite a few views. Okay, so... I see how you're supposed to do it. You hold it down. I feel like the movement on these things are way better, but you just don't do enough damage that it's justifiable. The only way for you to actually win is for you to move together. The team just has to move as one unit. this guy who actually knows how to Pretty much the only way to win is for your team to move as one solid unit. Don't know why his coin never showed up. Chad, how are we doing today? How are we doing today? How are you guys doing on this final once you actually get that red, it's kind of nice. This event's kind of fun. Oh boy. We are definitely losing, but I'm getting quite a few of my challenges, and I think that's really funny way to go about it anyways. I think other than that, what's better, tanks or the Goliaths? It depends. If you know how to play the Briggs, they do less damage, but in like all in all, I'd say they're probably a little bit better. Just because of the movement, but the tanks do a lot more damage. So to recap, kind of, there's a bigger skill gap with the Briggs, but I think they are better. Secured. So yeah, if you know how to play, the Briggs, I think they're better, 100%. But it all depends on if you have a good team or not, too. Like, my team just keeps running away. Instead of actually, turning around and fighting. Yeah. And they're all moving as a pack. There's no way we win this. I got no backup on that game. That sucks. Okay, but if you look, I'm gonna have more kills than the other team. And yet, I got steamrolled. Because my team didn't know what they were doing. Fun times. It happens, though. It happens. That's not what we need. 10 kills, 2 and 1. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. It's not what we need. That is not what we need. There we go. And that literally only got me like 2. Fun. Yay. Defeat target's leader. Yeah, I think the alloys or the allies coins is gonna be, yeah, defeating targets I can do. I gotta speak to Shax. What does the quest give me? Event home. Fun. Alright, we're gonna go talk to Shax real quick. Like I said, I haven't even done the introductory quest for this. I don't know, like, pretty much anything about the event. I'm just doing it. 4 event challenges. I think they mean the weekly challenges. I just want the Griffin. Or the Griffon. Just so I can say I have it. Even though it's definitely going to be a paid, like, we're going to have paid versions of this in the Eververse store probably next season. Guys, aren't you looking forward to that? Paid versions of the vehicle in the Eververse store next season.
Let's see what we've got for you.
Yes, I got the Lotus Eater. And I got a terrible roll. Let's go.
You're alive, Guardian. Fight like it.
Nice. 20 event tokens.
All battles are just
Okay, I need to do like 2 more. 2 more matches. And my Crucible rank is actually decent. Also, since we're gonna switch to my highest power stuff. Because getting better power... I mean, if I ran that, I could just be max power, but... Alright, chat, let's load back in. Load back into this. We're also going to throw that on. Even though it doesn't help, I wish you could opt out and just smack them around. Yay, the Edge of Fate. The Edge of Fate. Boy. Alright, how many of you are coming from YouTube Shorts right now? Put a 1 in chat if you're coming from YouTube Shorts. And you're just kind of lurking. Yo, what's up, Joe man? How's it going? Oh, and we accidentally... I didn't mean to hit that. Whoops. Heavy Metal Supremacy. Yeah, if y'all missed it, we did a vault cleaning yesterday, and I got rid of a lot of stuff. A lot of my copium stuff. Pay no mind to the stack of enhancement cores right there. We can throw all that in there. That needs deleted. Don't know why I have Crown of Tempests on my character. I think I need to delete these. Not sure what I run that for. Same with these. Pretty much if it's 1900, it means I haven't used it. Because, like, I get all those. These actually all make sense. That doesn't. Yeah, Inmost and Harmony. That one can go. That one can go. I keep that. Keep that one. And I keep that one. These are kind of the only 4 that I use. And I think these are Growth Artifice. Don't know why I have multiple bonds, but I do. Alright, we're on the Brig team again. So it depends. If you can get it on sale, then yes, 100%. I would say for sure, 100%. Because like right now, I mean, Final Shape's one of the better expansions for the so. So I would say yes, it is worth it, especially if you can get it on a sale, which I think it might be on sale right now. If it is, then yeah, I'd recommend picking it up. And the Edge of Fate, which is the next expansion, is actually kind of worth it. What the heck did he just do? He jumped over the wall. Wish he could jump. That'd be awesome. Dude, and then I get one shot, man. Come on. Yeah, before they did this, they should have fixed both Briggs and, I mean, I guess they just came out with Briggs as, you know, playable vehicles. They used to not be. Better than nothing. Some of my event challenges. Nice. I actually got... Oh wow, and I immediately get killed by the whole enemy team. Guys, we definitely stand a chance. That's wild. They just immediately died. I mean... Nice. No backup from that team. Back up before my team either. that, and they don't die. Oh, we're one off. One off. That's... We were one off the win, and we came back from, like, dead last. Oh. Wow, I didn't get many kills. That's the problem. I did more assistive work. Four is acceptable just because I was doing mostly assistive work. Yeah. So it's like 2% per kill? That to me is just wild. Why is it like 2% per kill? That is not good. Like, just what? Exotic Cipher. Dude. This is playtime farming at its finest. The fact that you have to log on. Oh, and I got into a game where we're already losing. 0%. I mean, I get why their teammate left. And really, the worst thing you can get in this mode is bad teammates. It's all about teamwork. Because you by yourself cannot kill a brig or a tank. Especially if you don't have firepower to be able to kill one of the brigs. But if you're in one of the tanks, you do have enough firepower to kill one of the brigs. It's just the whole game mode is so much good movement, brigs, the whole thing you need to do, which nobody ever has. They're not run ahead and beat them. Yep, we got Mercy, because the only time I got 20 kills was when I murdered not at all surprised. Like, the mode isn't good. The only reason people are playing it is for the yeah. That is when you know you have a problem. It's not a good game mode. I will say that now. It's kind of fun for 1 or 2 games, and then you don't really want to play it anymore. The only reason people are going to keep playing it is because FOMO, and we have the Griffin, which isn't even good. It's not terrible, because it does the whole weapons super thing. Just recently, I think it was Friday when the mode came out, Heavy Metal. It's a new Crucible mode. Pretty much it's the walkers versus the tanks, and it's the fallen walkers versus the tanks. So you can run around in either a walker or you can drive around in a tank. And it's PvP mode. It's pretty fun. It's well, I take that back. It's pretty fun for like 1 or 2 matches, and then you're just done with it. The Brigs do have some pretty cool movement though. I'd love to have a mission where we're running around in a Brig, but knowing Bungie, we will never get that. Yeah, it just came out like this past Friday, so it's very, very new. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. I do my best to try to give out info for what I'm currently doing. So yeah, like you have the tanks versus the walkers. Hopefully I get the tank this time around, because I've had the walker like 3 times in a row. Let's see which one we got. Yep. We got tanks. Let's go. I mean, if Bungie can even do a sliver of what they did with the Fortnite collab with Star Wars for the next expansion, I am really looking forward to it. Fortnite straight up good. Target on my back. Where did he come from? Bro just came out of nowhere doing 17 million damage. How did I become the leader? Dude, can't. I have no teammates. Thinking about buying Final Shape? It depends on how much it is. If it's like pretty cheap, then go for it. I'd say Final Shape is probably one of the best expansions they've had. I wouldn't. So the season pass, it depends, because the season is about to end. If you're gonna like lean heavily into it, and you're gonna play it a bunch over the next couple months, then I would get it. But the new expansion launches on, I think it's sometime in July. So we're gonna be getting it very, very soon. So. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say much. I'm a Bungie creator, so they send it to me for free. But I wouldn't wait for shipping for sure. I mean, not for this game, but Like, dude, what was that immediate just spawn shot? Yeah, I mean, if we're saying like 10 out of 10 is, you know, per se, then I would give Final Shape probably an 8 or a 9. It was good. The biggest issue with Destiny right now being that it's one of the only expansions that I would give anything in the They definitely are. So they've actually already said they're gonna nerf everything, and it's not that they're gonna nerf it. They're pretty much doing what they did in D1, where instead of releasing a new game, they're just taking all the power down to like 300, because everything's been power crept. So they're just taking power down as a whole, and power is just being lowered. We're too powerful. And then armor, all armor is going to get nerfed because of armor 3.0. There's a new armor system coming out, so armor is immediately getting nerfed. Which is why I got rid of a bunch of mine last time. Yeah. And with the new weapons and stuff, the new weapons are going to have like a leveling system where you can level up your weapons and stuff, and it's going to be a lot better. I mean, it is definitely nuts, not to mention lightsabers are going to kind of take everything, or I'm sorry, light swords when they come out are going to kind of dominate everything. But that's not until December. Yes, that is exactly why they're putting the older stuff on sale, is because they won't be able to sell it when the new stuff comes out. And that's kind of what always happens. And the biggest issue they faced in the past, and I don't know when you started playing Destiny, but we're gonna pull up Steam real quick without trying to dox myself. We're gonna do Destiny. So, yeah, everything is on sale. Lightfall's, jeez, all right. Only 6 months. Okay. Yeah, Lightfall being $2. It's wild. Final Shape being 15. It's not bad. So the Light and Darkness collection. If you get it for this price right here, the $40, it's not bad at all. But this used to be, you had to buy pretty much everything separate. So to be able to, we tabbed out wrong. Hold on, let me see if I can get it back over to my main monitor. Bear with me. There we go. Just not Final Shape. Yeah. I mean, if Final Shape's the last one that you need, then I would recommend it. Hang on, my computer is being dumb right now. There we go. Yeah, if Final Shape's the only thing you don't have, and of course it just tabbed me back over to, we're gonna put this in windowed. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Final Shape's the only thing you don't have, then I would actually recommend it. I mean, if you get it for the 15, then yeah, go for it. It's honestly probably the best deal you're ever gonna see on Destiny games. My teammate blocked my shot. Nice, man. not sure what they thought they were going to do by designing this. I know that, you know, pretty much nobody's going to play. Just because they gave us a good reward is the only reason I'm playing it. Okay, once I've done these stupid daily... See, this is why I don't like this mode. I got tired of buying everything, because they nerf everything else. Well, it's not that they nerf everything, because they don't usually nerf things. It's just that everything in the new expansion is better. Yeah, I don't blame you for buying new games. I mean... based off of this, you can see the current state of the game is not good. I mean, there's a reason I don't play PvP anymore, and that is the last time I played PvP, I encountered like 1,700 keepers. And thankfully, cheating doesn't really help you in this game, right? Yeah, I don't blame you for buying new games. Destiny isn't in a great spot. There's a lot of great games that either just came out or are coming out. I'd honestly say just buying new games is the way to go right now. I think the next expansion for Destiny is going to be make or break. I mean, I said that about Final Shape too, and it kind of broke Destiny. People don't trust him enough to, you know, just immediately buy the new expansion. The biggest thing is they got a secret players trust, and they don't have it. They don't have it in the slightest. Never has been optimized. If I'm being honest with you. Well, and it's because you can run multiple weapons in Destiny. That is kind of the biggest thing. And it's never going to be fully optimized. There's usually a weapon archetype that's better or whatever. But I don't think, you know, and there's times where a certain weapon is just too overpowered. But Bungie at least usually tries to playtest things. I mean, right now it's pretty bad, but that's why they're doing game modes like this. The biggest thing in PvP right now is the fact that Bungie has, I mean, they have an anti-cheat, but it ends up banning actual people and doesn't work 99% of the time. The only thing it's worked for was the fact that, you know, you can't just use blatant cheats, and people still do. Don't get me wrong. Not saying they don't. Blatant cheating is still rampant inside of Destiny 2. stick together. Nice. Yeah. I mean, PvP is definitely not balanced right now, but it's more balanced than it was when, you know, we had friggin' pulse rifles and everything else running around. It's the most balanced it has been in a while, but cheaters are the biggest issue. Come on, give me something good. I have to re-roll that. I don't know why. Defeat targets as a team. I'm hoping that's better. But I'm gonna be real, I don't even enjoy this mode. For some reason, my chat bubble was off in Timbuktu. There we go. That's better. I tried Day 1 Crota Raid when it came out for the challenge. It was peak D2 for me. And second was doing Grandmasters. Yeah. I think the most fun I've ever had in Destiny was when I did solo Grandmasters. Those were awesome. And then Day 1 Crota's End was probably a highlight for me as well. Day 1 raids in general are fun. I do a lot of Day 1s and solo challenges and stuff like that. Which if you want to see something pretty cool, I still have it on my character. I completed Day 1 Raid of Nightmares. We're actually we pride ourselves on being first to the secret chest, so we were, I think, 6th through first encounter. Yeah. And then for the most recent new raid, Salvation's Edge, I wasn't able to compete in it, but my team was world's first up until fourth encounter. Right after season 1. I'd say it's a good time to come back if you've taken that much of a hiatus. Just with all the stuff that's currently going on and the new stuff, you know, getting ready to come out, I would actually recommend coming back right now. I failed the Day 1. Yeah. Day 1 Crota. Yeah. Lots of people didn't know sword strats, and the biggest thing for me is my main team wasn't in town at the time, so I was trying to do it with LGs, and I just can't do that. The only time I do Day 1s is with my actual team, and that's kind of the biggest thing I can say about like Day 1s and hard mode challenges and stuff is they're, and I know it's really hard to find like a dedicated team, but if you find one, it's so much better. And kind of the nice thing with me doing the streaming and stuff is, you know, we can get streamers that get together. Coming back right now, yeah. Like, is it good coming back right now after the new DLC drops? So if you haven't played in a while, the only reason I say to come back now is all of the seasonal stuff goes away when the new expansion drops. So if you want any of the new seasonal stuff, or like, well, any of the seasonal stuff, I should say, because it's not new anymore. But if you want any of the seasonal stuff from Final Shape, you have to complete it this year, as it's going to be going away with the next expansion. So, pretty much if you want any of the current stuff, you kind of have to play now. It's also a great time to get back into like raids and stuff, because once the new raids come out, it's going to be hard for us to find teams for the older stuff. So I always recommend people kind of come back at the end of the year, which we actually have a few people that do that. Namely, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Redeem or Vlad. Him and Modern, they're both a part of Redeem. They always just come back at the end of the year. So the seasonal stuff does go away. That's the biggest thing, is all the seasonal stuff goes away, and you won't be able to get it anymore. So like, all of the seasonal activities, those all go away at the end of the year. And it's great, because Bungie ends up breezing the content later on. You just can't get it anymore. So you can still use the weapons. Like I said, they're going to be... Pretty much they're getting power crept out once the next expansion starts. So you're not going to want to use them, but you can still use the stuff. Yeah. You can still use it, it's just there's not really a reason to use it anymore. At least I don't see one. And that's kind of the biggest thing with Destiny, is Bungie has to keep players active at all times to kind of fit their quota with Sony. I heard that a lot of the new content and free stuff coming to the new... Yeah, so that's kind of true. The expansions aren't going to be. The seasons are, which worries me that they're gonna make the seasons crappy. Like, we're not gonna have good seasons at all. And that they're gonna just rely on the expansions, because that's their only source of revenue aside from Eververse. I also think they're gonna lean really heavy into Eververse again. They're gonna have a lot of microtransactions. But I think they're really just looking for a way to not have to update Destiny as much. So I think their seasons are gonna be really small and not that great. They said they're gonna kind of be the same size as Into the Light, but I highly doubt that. So if they're the same size as Into the Light, pretty much you're not gonna have any story content. It's just all gonna be like new modes and stuff. Because that's kind of their biggest thing with new seasons, is they have to do all the voice lines, and they have to pay voice actors and everything like that. So they're probably just gonna get rid of that, and it's just gonna be content driven, no story. Which isn't terrible, but... And there are certain things that I know, just because I'm a creator, but I can't say due to, you know, NDA. But yes, the seasonal, quote-unquote seasonal stuff is going to be free. So, and I mean, it's the same thing as, I mean, if you look at the last Call of Duty, you know, every year they come out with a new Call of Duty. That's, you know, it's the same thing. Just Bungie does it in one game. I mean, if they came out with, you know, imagine instead of having Destiny 2, they just did Destiny Edge of Fate, and that was the next game, you know, or Destiny Final Shape. That's pretty much, instead of doing that, they're just doing, you know, because I mean, if you look at the Call of Duty package for the whole year, it has the battle pass and everything for the whole year. It's $100 or $100 or something. So pretty much Destiny's just copying that. And that's kind of the biggest thing, is they do have to keep charging. The biggest issue I have with the game right now is this. Eververse. But I mean, the expansions aren't really the biggest issue. Because I know for a lot of people, especially the full year, the $100 thing is a tough pill to swallow. But I think moving forward, you're kind of gonna have to, just because if not, you're gonna be paying 60 and 60 for the expansions. I mean it remains to be seen whether or not they're worth that. I'm kind of glad that I don't pay for the expansions, so I get to see that before I, be buying the next expansion. And that's, I would have to agree with you that it's not as big of a Call of Duty game. So, one plays Call of Duty. It's just, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as Destiny. It's a fear of missing out or FOMO. Everybody's played Call of Duty for so long that, they're not just going to give it up because they came out with a few bad games every year. And that's exactly what's happened with Destiny is, people are worried about missing out for the year and they keep playing. I mean, I have friends who are no exception. Yeah, the biggest thing that, it comes down to is whether or not you like the game and you like the game franchise. A lot of people like Call of Duty, so they get people coming back, same with Destiny. I think you'll get to a point where if Call of Duty gets any worse, then you're going to have people that aren't buying that anymore. Because I would say actually Destiny is more optimized than Call of Duty is right now. But the biggest thing that Call of Duty has going for them is a lot of people like Warzone. And, you can't play Warzone unless you have the latest Call of Duty pretty much. So. And my game tapped out. There we go. So I think that's really just the biggest thing is Call of Duty Warzone says it's free to play, but it's not. And I think as long as that stays the truth, people will continue to play it. So I think the same is true with Destiny. Until they absolutely drop the ball, they're going to be kept afloat. Or until Sony says you guys aren't making us any money. Which might be. Or alternatively, they just can't staff the game anymore. The biggest thing I'm interested to see hooked on Destiny. Yeah. See, I have clocked over 6,000 hours on this game. So I get you. At some point I just started doing content because I was like, if I'm going to play the game, I might as well try to make some money off of it. But it is definitely a game where you have to devote a lot of time to it. And there's some people that devote a lot of money to it too. I mean, I had some guy that came in here in my chat last night, and he was saying that he wanted to do raids, and there was like a service that was trying to charge him like $70-some for a raid, just to be able to get through a raid. And I'm like, dude, I'll do it for a subscribe. Like, you toss me a subscription and be good. I don't charge anything. I just do free carries. Yeah, I think he said it was $65 for the full raid clear. And that was just a carry, it wasn't a shirt. Or, that was, yeah. It wasn't a recovery where somebody else goes in and counter space. It was a carry. And I'm like, dude, that is, yeah. It was like $65, $70. And I'm like, Dude, I'll do it for like toss me a subscribe and we can work something out. Like, if you want to take it a step further, you can do a Twitch subscription. That's how I roll.
Enemy almost won.
To be able to do content creation, I'll give an hour of my time for a carry. Like it ain't all that. I mean, I've seen worse, but it definitely ain't the worst thing I've seen, but it ain't great either. Guys, they shouldn't be on the offensive. They're the defensive vehicle.
Comes for us all.
Of course we lost. Hey, got an reversal. And I got nothing. Robes was not fun for me because one of my country clans, I think it was the only clan in my country. So it depends on what raid you were trying to do. Still couldn't carry me. Yeah, so it depends on what raid you were trying to do. Because I actually have, if you're trying to do Salvation's Edge, I have a raid guide up on how to do it. And I think it's, so you said it was like 2 hours worth of raid videos. Mine's all in all 14, and it explains everything you need to know about the raid. And that's actually just up on my channel. And then, if it had garnered some more attention on YouTube, I would have done it for every raid that's come out, but with the time I had to put into it, I just couldn't justify it. Well, I couldn't justify being able to do it, because I think all in all it took me, let's see, I did it last summer. I think I put the first encounter out 3 days after the raid released. So it released on a Friday. I had the guide out Monday. And then it took me a full week to get the rest of the raid guides out. And that was with me pretty much just working on it all day. Pretty much the only thing I had to deal with was going, and I swim, so I had to go to swim, and that was about it. Other than that, it was literally, I was just working on the raid guides. So I can't really justify that for... Yeah. So, and I mean, content creators can come in all shapes and sizes. Yeah. Usually the Destiny 2 content creation community is pretty good. We try our best to help out the community, just because, you know, it's kind of our way of giving back. Especially the Bungie creators. We really try our best to help out. At least I do. And I know most of the bigger ones do as well. And a lot of them, once they get to a certain size, they can't do things like carries and stuff anymore, but I'm still at a small enough size that I try to do them. I just didn't get much, or it didn't garner much attention when I tried to do it last, so I haven't done it in a long time, but I'm trying to start doing it more again. It just depends on who you're playing with. Like I said, I don't really do raids aside from with my own team anymore, unless I'm doing carries. Then I'll do it, but I try not to do LFGs anymore. That's the reason I haven't done raids in so long. LFGs are honestly one of the worst places to be in Destiny. It is awful. Especially now that Destiny's in the state that it's in. You know, nobody wants to give anybody the time of day. They're just like, oh, if you don't know how to do it, then that's your own problem. Like for me, it depends on what raid we're doing. If we're doing Salvation's Edge, which is the newest raid, then I usually try to have people watch. So you can do them solo, it's just really hard to do them solo. Which if you've done a solo Grandmaster, I mean, you've been through the ringer, you know how this game works. It's a very impressive accomplishment. And the dungeons are also kind of the same, where you can do them solo. It's not usually recommended, but you can. Unless you know the dungeon really well. I know which one you're talking about. It's, back in the day, it used to be one of the harder strikes, ironically. I think it's one of the easier ones, but it's still an accomplishment for sure. Most people can't, you know, solo a dungeon, let alone a Grandmaster. Yeah. Yeah. It's the Taken one on the Dreaming City. Yeah. It's a hard one. I wouldn't say it's the hardest anymore, but it is definitely one of the harder ones. There's easier, there's harder. But it's definitely an accomplishment. I think the first one I ever soloed was the easiest one in the game, ironically. Which at the time, if you had a good team, would take you like 5 minutes to get through. Yeah. How did we throw that? I don't even know how. Did my team just suck, or And I failed for hours because I was new and I didn't. Yeah. GMs are honestly great. Spend tokens. If I don't want to spend tokens. Yeah, me and one of my friends used to farm GMs all the time. It was fun. We'd always do the weekly GM for the whatever the weekly weapon was. Go back to the tower and talk to Shax. You better just level me up like 4 levels. Yeah. Now I mainly run solo stuff unless my team or my clan's on. Sometimes I so it's good, it's fun, it's just if your team isn't good, then it's kind of miserable. But yeah, Mike the Hiker, it's a fun game mode, and it's different. That's the biggest thing. It's not just same old, same old. It's being able to do something that's different. That's why I like it.
Checking right now.
I want to come back to D2 again, but I can't make up my mind.
What can I do for you, Warlock?
Yeah. So the biggest thing currently with the game is they're getting ready to release the new expansion, and a lot of the changes they've been making lately are decent. I wouldn't say they're good, but they're better than anything we've gotten in a while. So yeah, I would say it's a good time to come back if you were thinking about it. And trust me, I'm not just saying that. You can look at some of my videos where I've roasted the game into the ground.
The crucible beckons, Guardian. Will you answer?
Does he just give me a free engram? Is that it? Is that literally? That's all he gives me? Well, I did my daily challenges, so we are not doing heavy metal anymore. I will complete that once I have new daily challenges. Yeah. See, like I said, I'd recommend it currently. It's like I said, it's in a decent spot. It's not in a good spot, but it's not in a bad spot either. And Ride of the Nine is currently going on. There's also, let me see if I can pull up Ride of the Nine. There's also a chest that gets you up to the max power immediately. Like, it just gives you gear that's at the max power, which is awesome. So, and you can only get that until the end of the season. So, which I'm trying to think again when that is. I think it's here, the end of the, yeah. So, if you come here to the Ride of the Nine area, I'll show you where the chest is. It just immediately gives you max power. Yeah, if you come over to this little chest, it just gives you the 2020 power gear. I don't know. I think they finally put, yeah. So it ends in 65 days. So I think sometime in the middle of July is when the next one releases. Which one? The Izanagi's? Yeah. The Izanagi's is one of the free weapons you get from the chest. It's awesome. I love it, especially with especially if you have anti-barrier on it. Yeah. Chad, I'm not spoiling anything. You can definitely get to this area. This definitely isn't an area that you can't get to right now. You're not supposed to be able to... You're not supposed to be able to get to that area yet. Oh, that area is not supposed to currently exist. And yet it does. Yeah, if you, so if you look in this area, you got that big tower in the middle. And the platform I just went to, then you have a little red platform up here to the right, and then there's the gold platform up there on top. So how you can use this little lift here, you get up to the first platform, and then there's another little lift right here that'll probably take you around that way to the red one. But you can also just use a skimmer to fly to the middle, and then if you don't mess up like I just did. Ah, yes, look at the caked up Guardian. Yeah, so you just skimmer over here. You jump off the skimmer. And you just walk into the light. Free access to the new area. Let's go. With all the shiny weapons that we can't get yet. So yes and no. You can technically still get one. I'm trying to think how you can, and I don't know if you can still get the one from Zur. So we're actually gonna go to the tower real quick, ironically. The one I'm using, it's called the Zurf board, and you can get this one, I believe, just by... Yo, what's up, Zenith? How you doing? I believe you can still get this one by talking to Zur with strange coins. So, like, I have max strange coins. Zenith, how you doing today? Alright. So yeah, I think you can still get the Zurf board from Zur, but I could be entirely wrong. To my knowledge, you can still get a skimmer, and I'll show you here in a minute. Just got done with the heavy metal event and got the title heavy metal and the comp. Really? You already got it? Dang. All right. I'm not even to level 5, so or rank 5. I'm sure this probably gives quite a bit of event XP. It probably just bumps you up to like 10, but that's what I was doing too until a couple minutes ago. Now I'm just kind of screwing around. I might go back to it though. I might go back to it. How is the new sparrow, by the way? The griffin or the gryphon? Cuz I've seen some stuff, but I haven't seen like everything. Oh, it has like a shotgun turret? Dang. That might actually be really good. That might be really good. I might have to get that. Unironically, I might have to get that. Especially if we have a raid that has any sort of vehicles, like Val the Disciple. This would go nuts if you could get it to an encounter. Yeah, I heard you have like, I think Arc does jolting, stasis freezes, solar scorches. I heard that Strand suspends, and I haven't seen Void yet. I heard it did destabilization or whatever it is, but I don't know if it's destabilizing or you have or volatile. That's what it is. I don't know if it does volatile or suppress, because I've heard both. Yeah, it was great chatting with you too. Yeah, I'd be glad to see you back in here. Especially good if the Crucible allows it. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the game mode is that allows vehicles. But, yeah, I'd be really good in there, obviously, because you can, you know, shoot on it. But I have a feeling Bungie's not going to be bringing that back for that reason. I know for a while you used to be able to pull your vehicle out in PvP because there was a bug or something that was going on.
Hey there.
Yay. Alright, I have max ascended alloys again, I'm happy.
Catch you later.
Yeah, I definitely need resources. It's not like I have max of every resource in the game. Strand does unraveling. Yep. Stasis is freeze, Arc is jolt. Void is suppress. Really? I would have expected it to do volatile. And then solar is scorch. That is actually really awesome. That's way better than I thought it was. I didn't think it was very good at first. But yeah, that is definitely worth the speed trade-off. Energy transfer, yeah, it's good, but you don't want it on this weapon. Ooh, God roll. Clown cartridge firing line. Is it good anymore? No, but the Arbalest, that's pretty good. Hey, they have Queensbreaker. What do I have my thing attuned to? I don't even know what I have my... I was testing them public events in the UDZ with the Sparrow and got some side eyes for it. I'm pretty sure that's everybody. Everybody gets some side eye for something. I don't know if I have an attunement. I mean, it's Destiny. Everybody's given side eye for something. If you're doing a dungeon, Why do a dungeon when you can do raids, you know? That is kinda how it rolls. Speaking of dungeon, I actually need to do a dungeon. Gotta text one of my boys. The downside, yeah. I figured the speed trade-off was gonna be the thing that killed it. Spirit of the Star Eater. I'm trying to remember what I want with Star Eater. I think I want Apotheosis, which I might already have. I need to check if I already have Apotheosis and Star Eater. Oh yeah, I already have Apotheosis and Star Eater. Maybe a Synthoceps and Necrotic build. I don't even know what I have or don't have anymore. We're gonna switch it to Synthoceps for now. And make sure I don't have a Synthoceps Necrotic build. Stag and Swarm, Stag and Vespers, that's good. Filaments and Verities, that's not bad. Guardian, I'm in Minecraft Guardian. That's funny. Omniomancy. I don't. Alright, so I do need a Synthoceps build. Guardian, I'm in Minecraft Guardian. So I call this my my 8-bit shell. It's called the Bit Crushed shell. And I like it especially with this shader because it makes it look like it's 8-bit. That's why I use it. Big tech guy, so I need to go talk to Zer again. We're gonna try to get a roll that has Necrotics and Synthoceps, even though I'm never gonna use it unless melee has become absolutely broken. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I should probably get one that's better on my Titan. Because, which one have you been trying to go for on your Hunter? Because I've got this one, which has got Calibans and Wormhusk. I also have this one, which has Dragon Shadow and Lyre. I have the Galnor one with Synthoceps. And then I have Gerfalcons and Inmost. And then if you go into my vault, I have one that has Galnor and Star Eater. I have one that has Assassin's Cal and Synthoceps. I have one that has Caliban and Lyres. Yeah. I kind of gave up on it because I got Caliban and Wormhusk, which is pretty much just as good. And then I got Dragon Shadow and Lyres. I think the one I need is on my Titan. I can't remember if I got a good one on my Titan or not. I don't think I did. I gotta check though. Yeah, I got Hoarfrost and Alpha Loopy, which isn't bad together, but isn't good by itself. And then I got Eternal Warrior and Alpha Loopy. Yeah. Yeah, I need a good one on my Titan. I think the one you want is it's it's a Buoyant Leap and something else. I can't remember what else it is. But I mean, people are running base arc for because of Storm's Key for Titan anyways. Yeah, I think you want to Buoyant Leap. Maybe a Buoyant Leap and Synthos. I don't know. It's specifically used for a solo, and I can't remember what it is. Yeah, let me check. It's not Scars. It's not Star Eater. Spirit of Armamentarium. I think it's Spirit of Abion. Yeah, Spirit of Abion. I know Severance and Synthos is good. Yeah, I have the exotic Kvastov. I'm actually really close to getting the Final Shape title. I have to do Pathfinder completions, the 2 cysts. I have 20 more of the feathers. I have a couple more of the paracausal geometry things. I think that's pretty much it. Because if you look at my collections, I think the only thing I'm missing is the ship. So if I knew where the last couple geometry things I needed were, I could get those done and I would be absolutely chilling. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think there's a couple that I'm missing. I think Verities and Bear isn't bad either. Or no, Armamentarium and Bear is good. That's what it is. And Abiant and something else is good. Oh, I know. Some of them are often who knows where. Oh no, it's Abiant and Spirit of the Horn. Because it does the solar with the thing. And then you can do Spirit of Contact and Spirit of Severance, which is kind of funny. And then Spirit of Armamentarium and Spirit of the Bear. I think I'm going to go for a Buoyant Leap first. Spirit of a Leap and the Spirit of the Horn. I know, that's like the one good thing that Bungie does, is they make things very hidden. They do that for a reason. Yeah, my buddy went through my vault yesterday and he missed all the weapons on my other characters. And we're not gonna tell him about those, right?
I think I have something you will like.
Right. Yeah, them being hidden is pretty annoying.
Perhaps this is why the Nine sent me here.
Yeah, it's not good. Let's see what we get here. Because you can get as many of these as you want. Verities and Abiant. Not good. Not what we're looking for. Give me a good roll. Abiant and Star Eaters isn't bad. I might keep it. Just because I probably don't have a better one than that.
May it change your fate.
Wasn't I supposed to get a buy-in?
It was never mine.
That is actually what I wanted. I don't mind that. I do not in the slightest mind that. Because it increases melee damage and then also does the... How many freaking strange coins do they give you throughout the battle pass? Jeez. Okay, I knew I claimed quite a few of them.
On exchange.
Alright. I'm finally actually getting them on my Titan.
Everything else that entered this realm.
Spirit of Scars and Drangers, that's not bad. Yeah, that isn't terrible for like GMs and stuff. This one's really bad. What's up, Judah? How you doing? I started streaming again. Started getting back into the streaming, and now I haunt everybody's shorts page on YouTube. It's kind of funny. I like it.
Our light.
So I managed to do 4.9 mil. How did they do with the Polaris Lance? I'm tired. Dude, I feel ya. I feel that. I think I'm pretty much done with Destiny, unless y'all want to see me like speedrun a... I don't know, honestly. Yeah. Unless y'all want me to speedrun like a expert lost sector or something. It's probably about the only thing I got left to do today is just farm out lost sectors until I have full exotic engrams. Let me check what it is. Barrier overload. It's overload machine guns. Right. No, there's overload traces. What am I doing? Planning to farm GM. Is it good this week? I don't think I've seen it. I'm honestly pretty sure I haven't seen the GM this week. Is it good, or is there a good weapon? I probably missed something somewhere. It's probably like a really good weapon this week or something. Yeah, we're gonna need detonator beam. And then I need barrier. That's not a bad loadout. I'm gonna run. Because, I mean, if it's a good weapon, I probably need to farm it too. I know a couple weeks ago was the palindrome, so, I mean, if it's like the Lotus Eater, then that's probably the only one I need to go for right now. And if it's like a really easy GM. But like resources and stuff I don't need anymore. Sick. I was only gonna say if you need somebody to run with, I'd be down. Actually, we're gonna do this because it's sunsetting. There we go. still here? Yeah, it is. Love is an obvious. Ooh. So I actually do need to do it. Dang it. Yeah, if you're gonna farm GMs, what's your join code? I might need to get him on that. 'Cause I definitely need to go for a Lotus Eater, since it's the only legendary raid rocket sidearm. Join up on you once I'm done with this wall cycle. I bet you've never seen a heavy grenade launcher used like this. For ad clear. It's been a while since I've seen things like that, so. Cutscene used for grenade launcher. Pretty sure that's what they used it for in one of the teaser trailers. They had a big, huge stasis crystal and made everything blow up. Like this. Bang, bang. Pretty sure that's exactly how Bunny's used them before. If I find Bunny. Got a whole lot of nothing. Coriolis Forest. It's not good anymore. It's still the only one of a crappy archetype, so. Alright, let's see. I was gonna say if it's Lotus. Strike as prisoner. Okay, so it's one of the easiest ones then. Nice. Yeah, then I definitely need to do that. Is there the comma as well? Here, I'll toss you an invite. There you go. Oh, and I forgot to do slash invite. That's smart. How smart of me. Slash invite. There we go. then if anybody else wants to get in on a GM, 100% down for that. It's Arc Surge, Strand Surge, and I think it has every champion type. Yeah. So nice. I can deal. Let me. Crap. Let me grab my supremacy. Actually, I'm gonna run Wish Under. Oh, and I just put it back in my vault. I was gonna say, I'm not too worried about overload. I think we're gonna be fine on overloads. So if you have overload, I'm gonna switch to velocity baton. Actually, yeah. So I'll run Wish Under and velocity baton, and then I need a good linear. What's the linear I usually run? I think Doom Petitioner would do a pretty good job. I'll do Doom Petitioner. Okay. You got anybody who wants to do a GM? Oh boy. If anyone in chat wants to join up, there's I can put my join code in or if you want to put your invite code, I can invite you. There we go. Yeah, because it's overcharged rockets, arc surge, strand surge. What's up? Oh, yeah. Nice. Stylish Executioner, Ascension, Pally. I forgot Pally can get Master of Arms, Bard Dyad, Terminus Horizon. Nice. Yep. Sick. Yeah, that should be really good. I haven't taken the time to fully upgrade my Bard Dyad yet. I heard it's really good though. Alright, if nobody else wants to do a Grandmaster, then we can try to 2-man it, or I can look for a 6th if you want me to. Or, I mean a 3rd if you want me to. I'm good either way. Prosperity, baby. The Guardian Oath. I made my oath. The Tower Forever. Alright, I'm just gonna put out a post. Grandmaster Nightfall. Yeah, Reconstruction and Killing Tally is gonna be really good. So it's worth nothing. No, wait, that's join. I mean, create. Nothing. Alright. Hi. And then I'm just gonna invite whoever joins. It's It's much, much easier than trying to summon fire team. That's what I usually do. And I guess I could do this. There we go. Light. Yeah, we're gonna do this. That's better. Nice. Alrighty. Destinations. Grandmaster. Lord of Wolves, Mirror, the new Strand SMG, and corrective measure. All right, I think we should be fine. Yeah. Pretty much. I don't know if they've changed it since I last did it. If it's still the same, then we should get through it.
Hey, it's the Chosen One and his ghost. Still trying to save the universe.
Just the escaped prisoners destabilizing the region.
Ah, well, don't let me stop you. You want to kill the Warden's servitor. Things gone wackadoo.
Prison of Elfin welcomes you. Press your weapons.
Careful not to go forward too much.
Hell no. Barracks left his dead servitor behind. And the thing went nuts. Thinks it is him. He's running the whole prison through some kind of combat drills.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, because you have the new Sparrow. That might actually be decent for this,
Prisoner transport.
because you can deal with the enemies.
There is a clear path out. The Warden's
I
servitor.
didn't even think of that.
Watch for oncoming transports.
Incoming.
I mean, to be fair, I usually just speed past everything, so... It depends on the day. Sometimes I'm casual, sometimes I'm not. Nice. Sometimes I'm casual, sometimes I'm a little bit more competitive. I generally just consider myself, you know, just a gamer, you know? When it comes to just screwing around, I'm casual. When it comes to, you know, world's first races, I'm not. Now I assume there haven't been too many changes added to this. I could be wrong. Got it.
This is one of the Vex cell blocks. The Awoken dragged all kinds of subtypes out of their hoods. The ones that survived are some tough sons.
Target down.
Oh. Something's dealing a lot of damage. Oh, get down, get down, get down. Nice. How's it going, Hannah? Sorry, I missed the message. I was a little focused there. I'm definitely going to be swapping to a primary barrier weapon with this. That way we have better barrier capability.
Important target, Guardian. Q or EQ.
Careful of the boss. I still remember when this first came out and everybody thought this was the boss and they were like, oh, it's the shortest strike ever. No. I mean, it's a short strike. That time it was one of the hardest.
Cabal
Been streaming for about 2 hours.
is on the march.
Ooh,
Red Legion.
2 hour
They've been
stream
up to
going. Nice.
Getting stomped. The Cabal's seat of power now resides in orbit round Nessus in a giant fish.
Fish. supposed to be able to die to burn. Alright. Game is, great. Careful of the... I was about to say, careful of the explosions. And the exploding barrels. Buddy likes his explosions, apparently. I'm just getting rid of all of them. I'm happy with 7 revives so far. Just need some heavy ammo.
Round one. Kill them.
Okay, just come over here. I love the fact that you literally just get a bunch of revives here. They don't really pose too much of a threat to your safety. And you just get a bunch of revives. And I say that and get killed by a legionary. Which, to be fair, did kind of corroborate my point. The champs don't really pose too much of a threat.
They are dead.
Mortal enemies.
Are not. Round two. Dismantle mines. Or
Yeah. I think there's also solar burn, so definitely explains part of it. Just make sure we get the overload in the middle. Let's see, we've got already been that way. Oh, there he is. We gotta kill him real quick. Nice. Yeah, get ready. This part can hurt me.
a mighty cabal. Challenge.
Nice. I was gonna say, It's like preaching to the choir.
Stand proud. You
How's it going,
survived
Sky?
prison of elders.
Glad you stopped by. I love how they have the little thing where you can say hi in the shorts. It's awesome.
What's this?
You fought. You won. Your treasure awaits.
Play the game. How's it going, Finner?
Looks like the trickster left you a
We're
present.
just playing some
Always
video
hate
games, you know?
But she made me laugh. Hey, get ready for the biggest gunfight ever fought in prison. That crazy servitor's down here.
Here, don't go down just yet. We're gonna try to pick off some of these guys actually. Yeah, we're fine. We can go down now. Not as dangerous. They're still dangerous, but I'm doing pretty good. Just farming some Grandmaster nightfalls at the moment. Playing with chat, you know. Getting some prep done in the process. Freezing first. Still don't have anti-barriers. That's why I'm throwing anti-barriers in next turn. Dang it. Alright. We're gonna try that again. And I will be switching to some stuff that's a little bit better. We're gonna run that. We're gonna run that. And that. Alright. We should do better this time around. And I am not surprised that he left. Yeah, it was. Alrighty. And try this again. Throw on stuff that actually does overloads, stuff that actually does unstop, and stuff that actually does barrier. GM time, baby. Round 2. Well, thank you, thank you. We're gonna try to get her done. What's that? What emote do you have? Guarantee you probably won't mind, but
How you living, hotshot?
could be wrong.
I thought you and your ghost might come back.
Could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Escaped inmates are going to town for free. We've got to deal with it at the source.
Which one is
Then
it?
you'll want to take out the warden's servitor. It's going haywire.
I'll see. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Hey, to be fair, I'm currently making a, I just made a graduation party playlist, and I put it on there because I thought it was funny.
Prison of Eldred welcomes you.
So at my graduation, I'm gonna rickroll everybody. My graduation party. I thought it was hilarious.
Hell no.
Everybody's showing up to congratulate me for graduating.
And the thing went nuts.
No,
Fix it easy.
you get rickrolled.
It's running the whole prison through some kind of combat
Hypernova, hypernova, hypernova. Nice. Okay, like everyone, I've got a great song in the playlist. And it's just never gonna give you up. I remember when you could jump behind the lantern ghost. I think you mean blinding ghost.
Shut it down.
I love it. It's amazing.
So what's the race?
Long road ahead of you. We won't get this prison in order if you don't find that servitor and put a bullet in it.
Incoming.
Arcade 6 sacrifice, yes. We always remember Arcade sacrifice, both times actually. That was a close one. Titan, nice. We got a Titan this time around. We will always remember Cade 6, the snackrifice. 07's in the chat. 07's in the chat for Cade 6. And for that heavy ammo brick that just went half a mile down that way because it got stuck on a track. Him and Ikora were friends. Come on.
The center's organic. I've been watching them from out here, but haven't seen it happen.
Oh, and I blew myself up. Wonderful. Yep, much easier than last time. Oh no. And the next ride of the dungeon, it'll be next week. I think it's going to be on a week-to-week basis. So pretty much they'll release one per week. So we'll have to wait 3 weeks to officially get inside the tower. Unless you watch my recent video in which I may or may not have glitched into the inside of the tower early. But I think they're going to give us 3 weeks until we can officially do it. 3 weeks, 6 weapons. It'll be either 3 weeks or 6.
Important target, Guardian.
They'll either make us get all the shinies or... Yeah, it happens. I mean, I've gotten run over before. For sure. Actually, a number of times. Careful, careful. And there goes the bus. Trash at this game. I don't think I'm too bad. If you look at stats, I'm like top 0.1%. Couple world's firsts, you know. I try my best. Sometimes can't help it, but... Bud. I just try to get the barrels out of the way so we don't die to them later. Alrighty. Back into this room. I think we made it pretty faster than we did last time. So
Round one.
quite happy with that.
Kill them.
The game still, or the stream still coming through clear.
They are dead. You
I'm just trying to make sure it's
are not.
just my phone and not the stream.
Round two. Never mind. Or
Oh no! Oh! SDJ's comments starting to look even a little bit more accurate. I'll go start on the other splinter line if you guys deal with the chain. Maybe not. Ah! Yep.
you're disappointed.
I knew that was gonna happen. Oh no. Alright. It's getting to about the time I usually eat, so I'm probably gonna hop off for now. I will be back on to stream later tonight though. So I do have to go eat. So everyone, thank you for hanging out. And I will be back on later tonight.